Hey Pisces, welcome to part 2 of the reading for April. So please check out part 1 if you haven't checked out part 2 first, because this is the crossing energies of the reading of part 1. Part 1 is your whole reading, part 2 is the crossing energies, so we can look into it a little bit deeper. Again, I would love feedback on whether you like these part 1s and part 2s, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's see what's in store, guys. I am using a different tarot deck for the crossing energies. I believe it is called the something star, everyday star? But that doesn't sound right. I'll try and put them in the comments below, in the description below, sorry. But anyway, let's go. You have a card fly out every single time I get to this part of the reading, like your third card that I'm pulling. So number 3, that might mean something to you. Number 3, third chance, third try, the third of something. Lucky number 3, 3 times a charm. I could just be lucky number 3. But number 3 is coming through for you. Interesting. Okay. Let us see what's in store for you. I might pull another card at the end because I've just got that. No, I'm going to do it now while I have the tug. It's going to be that one that's on top. Interesting. Okay. So 2 cards pulled for the crossing energy of this. So this is, to me, so we have the 7 of Wands and the Fool, both reversed. This was feeling like it's like things are slowing down for you and going easier. I want to say easier because it's just how it feels, like how things have been so rushed and chaotic, and maybe just it could be that you were literally surrounded by family and now you're not, because it just gets that dynamic of things being just more relaxed for you during this time, but it being like you cannot enjoy that relaxation. The crossing energies are feeling stuck. You are okay. So we have the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is reversed, and we have 8 of Swords. So the Hanged Man literally represents like you, really. It's a card that represents you being in a situation that you put yourself in. So I definitely get the sense of you put yourself here, but she's not hanging, she's reversed. She is tied at the foot. I feel like this is you being stubborn in some way, like you are in this situation because you put yourself there. Let's have a look what else she's giving me for you. Yeah, so with this feeling like, you were around family before and now that you're not, I feel like this is like what you've chosen yourself to be in this scenario that you're in now. So whatever it is that's causing you to have this break, which is very much needed, and I do feel like it's beneficial for you, but you have put yourself there. So even though you're feeling glum in this energy, like you are where you wanted to be. You are the reason why you're here, and that means that you have the power to change this because you put yourself there. You can take yourself out of it or manipulate and change it to work in your favor. However, I feel like you feel trapped in some way, and this is the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords feels anxious, trapped, stuck in something, and I feel like you're holding yourself back for whatever reason. So I feel like you actually can move away from this situation. You can stop being relaxed or being moving away from where you want to be, but for some reason you're feeling grounded in that. There's an energy that's keeping you in place. Now I do feel like there's a reason for this, but as with anything, like, we have a choice. Just because you decided on something doesn't mean it needs to be that way. And this was the energy towards the end of your last reading. I remember saying something along the lines of, like, what you think is doesn't mean that's gospel. Does not mean that has to be the way it is. And I feel like that's part of the learning here. So keep that in mind. That's very interesting. I do feel like you feel like you're tied down to something, and you're really not. It's kind of like, I'll show you what I'm seeing in this imagery to show you. She has like this wrapped around her, but to me I'm seeing it as loose. It's like toilet roll. It's kind of like she's wrapped in toilet roll, and even though she feels binded, if she just moved her arms it would snap. And so this is what I mean by I don't feel like you're actually trapped. I feel like it is an illusion towards yourself. Okay, crossing energies of that Fool. So feeling like okay, so it feels like, again, that you're wanting to grow something, but not rushing into anything. And I definitely get not rushing into it being the vibe here. I remember the Archangel Michael cards. I tidy them up when I finish the Archangel Michael so I can see the deck below. But I remember somewhere being that not to rush into anything or not wanting to. that energy, but wanting to grow something, wanting to build something authentic, real, a connection. I feel like it kind of feels like starting anew with somebody. It's like something that you're craving. It's the reverse Six of Wands. Interesting. So upright, this is all about wisdom. He's being wise and he's holding all of the cards. Now it's in reverse, and I feel like you actually don't feel like you're holding all the cards. And I feel like for you, Pisces, this is what's making you anxious and uneasy, because I feel like you are used to being someone who's more, I won't say more dominant, and I'm going to use relationships because this is just turning into a relationship reading for you. I apologize if this doesn't feel relevant because it's not relationship. And again, I do want you to apply it to your situation with the guidance I'm saying. Kind of use it wisely to apply to, because it, you know, this is a generalized reading. It applies to everybody who's listening. You sometimes, if it's, you know, if the way that I'm being guided to read this doesn't come into you have to apply it to your situation that you're inquiring about. And so here, feels like you are the one that's normally in charge of a relationship. You're in control, and I feel like the other person or someone that you're interested in or someone that's going to come into your life is actually a strong personality and probably maybe independent, which is not what you're used to as well. Because I get this fear, even though this Six of Wands is all about being triumphant and that lot. So I feel like you're winning here. This is exactly what you want. However, there's cautiousness here because I feel like you don't feel, it's like going into the unknown. Whereas if it was upright, he knows, he's confident, he's this wise owl. I feel like this is the opposite, and you are going into the unknown and you don't feel like you're very wise in this. It's like being naive and being vulnerable, and that's a weird space for you, Pisces, to be in. That's what it feels like for me. Okay, the crossing energy for King of Pentacles towards the Sun, reverse. So the King of Pentacles is feeling confident and kind of adventurous about this moving forward into something that is long term. It does feel long term. And the Sun being wanting and craving to share your enjoying experiences. What is the crossing energy around this? Is the Empress. Funnily, I will show you the Empress. She is, to me, we don't attach gender to the card, so this is representative of an individual for you, for me. So this could be male or female depending on your orientation or what you are attracting at this time. But I'm going to say she because she's Empress. She's a feminine energy. To me, she's strong. She is confident. But she is like, the Empress herself represents fertility, growth of something, and kind of nurturing strength. And that's how I'm feeling this individual. It could be really, really good and beneficial. It is great to be able to influence that wanting to share. The Sun, you can appreciate what you're going through because you feel like you wish to share. This Empress energy feels like that is literally a person that's going to be like, I want to share that with you. I'm a great person to be able to share and love in that. The Empress represents love and fertility, growth of a relationship. So definitely feels like there's something brewing for you. I feel like you may have met them, or it may be someone you're talking to online. It may be someone that you have your eyes on that, you know, you haven't actually had that communication, because it feels like a possibility, a prospect is the word I was going to say. Here, and it feels like they're a really great influence around this, and it's someone you wish to share that love and that joy with, that you are experiencing and can't fully appreciate. So going on for that not being able to fully appreciate, onto this Page of Wands, you do not feel confident here, and I don't know why. Perhaps it's new territory. It just feels like you are anxious within this, and you're not, like I said, this is like a new experience, it feels like. Seven of Cups reverse is what comes through. It's so you're not really seeing all the possibilities that are ahead of you. I'll show you the Seven of Cups. Now upright, you know, there's many possibilities, all this love, this growth, this you know, it literally says choice, instinct, passion, extremes. These are all things that are filling your cup. Now it's reverse, and it feels like you're not seeing all the possibilities that are there, not seeing the perks and the excitements that could be, and I feel like that could be really help you with your anxiety around this. And again, because I had this shift of perspective within this reading for you as well. And I really feel like this is what you need. Like this is going to be a really good switch and shift for you. While as you transition of releasing your bad patterns, this is like sometimes we think we need and want something, but what is actually the medicine to heal that trauma is something completely different to what we thought we wanted. And it's kind of like it's in alignment with what you want, but it might not be exactly what you pictured in your mind, but it's exciting. And again, I'm getting a similar vibe with this cup. She's giving me same energy as that Empress. This is crossing energy for you desiring and wanting everything for something: loyalty, commitment, growth, building fertility, moving to that strength card. This is your vulnerability. It's kind of like desiring something but having to do the work, like personal inner work. This is your trauma that you're healing, and learning to let go of the past is really dominant in this. We have Four of Pentacles. It's bringing something into balance. The Four of Pentacles is literally, it is stability. It's gaining security around something. And I feel like this is it for you. You are craving that vulnerability. Not vulnerability, sorry. That stability. And you're feeling vulnerable because it's something you haven't had for some time, is how I'm feeling this. This is something that's missing, a missing link. And the influence around the work that you need to do is what you're desiring. And in part, the balance inside is the you doing your work and letting go of the past, of that wound that has been with you for some time. What's influencing that is this desire, this need for foundation, for security, for kind of everything that you desire. This is really fueling you to do the work that you need to do. I feel like you want this to be different as well. As much as this is, like, you're being told that this is being different. This is different for you. This is what you need. This is the medicine. That is what you want as well. It's what you kind of underneath it all. And I feel like it's influencing you. Like, you're like, actually, it is, like, I can see this. You can see it. But it is a work. Like, it feels like this is going to be like a level of you coming to terms with something or working on something. Coming to terms, as I said, that does really resonate with that. So what's influencing this strength card, so letting go of something, healing a wound, and this Knight of Swords is actually, fiercely doing that work, is being motivated to do that. What's motivating you is a previous heartbreak, sorrow and grief. This is what's going to be what you need to heal in the area you need to. I get this crossing of energies around your heart, so I feel like the work that you need to work on will be very much in, again, relationship wise. It's healing yourself from heartbreak that you've had before. Don't allow that to come into your now, into your new relationship. Try and get rid of this. Try and work on that so that it doesn't come into the new. Breaking of patterns. Think about how you are in relationships before, and think about the person that you have been, because you become that around those energies. This energy is a new energy. This new person is not someone you've dealt with before in the same way. And I feel like I need to say what I say to people, that when they get with someone and they try and re-get back with someone new, someone old, like rekindle a relationship. Like, oh, but he's changed. We do change as people. We grow. And sometimes we grow so much that we change our own energy, and that's really good. That means that we've done all the healing we need to, because we're in a bad place, and that we're in a space where we can reconnect with someone in the past. But for the most part, this is my view on things. It's like how we interact with energy is like, it's like magnets. So sometimes, we attached to that energy in a magnetic way. That's kind of in alignment with what we want. We dwell really well. Then sometimes something changes and shifts, as you evolve, and you start becoming those magnets that do this. And so we try and force them together, and that, like they literally do this. Because they will not interlock anymore. So that person's energy, how we interact with that energy in the new space that we're in, that's not good. So sometimes we have evolved and changed so much that no longer that first initial connection that we had is ever going to be recreated. And as someone has changed, their energy is completely different. So unless that is in alignment with you, which is very rare, because I feel like once you grow from somebody, you become a new self as well. Unless you are literally destined, and that is very vague to me anyway. When we have this, I feel like it is now time to realize that we don't fit that anymore. And so new energy and how we interact with someone new, this is where I was getting to with that, is again, like we meet a new energy and no longer is it that same energy. They're not. So how you interact with people is different. It's like how you were with one other person is not how you're going to be with someone new, because every single person we meet, it's kind of like when we have children. Some people say, oh, you love that one more. It's like, no, but the energy and their energy and your energy is kind of just how it dwells, how it interacts with each other. You love all your children equally, but you know, sometimes in different stages of our lives, as their energies change, as they grow and evolve, as well as our own, you know, you might connect with one child more than another because they need you now. They need that support from you, or you know, they're making you more proud in those moments. And it's not that you're not proud of the others, it's literally energy. It's all energy work and how it's going. And I feel like this is a great way of you really seeing moving forward that how that past energy connected with you is not how this future one is. And so going in from a fresh start, fresh slate, get rid of that past notion that things are going to be how they're going to be. You cannot know. Go into this from a fresh space of just the excitement and learning. I feel like that would be really great for you as well. Okay, crossing energy from the King of Wands to the King of Cups. I'm loving this King energy. It's dominating, it's good, it's loyal, it's kind of going places, it's action-y. It's the Ace of Wands, beginnings, travel, something new is nurturing, and it comes with wisdom as well. Like you are not, like, even though you're starting afresh, I don't want you to clear, like, you know, clear the whole bank. I want you to go in this with fresh eyes, but holding on to all that wisdom that you hold that's made you a wiser, a more evolved person now. You are this snake that's willing to pass on your wisdom to help nurture and grow something. That's what this is giving me. And it's shining. I feel like the prospect of this is shining light, like the moon in that imagery. It's shining a light over everything, over the shadows, so that we, again, are in that space where the shadow is not who we are. It's beside us. I'm loving that. Crossing energy from the King of Cups, so that coming into that one where you know that you are your authentic self. You're going to be your authentic self, Pisces, because you're going to put that out there so that you can attract that back to you. The crossing energy from that to the nurturing of that shadow self that we have keep repeatedly coming through is Justice card. So this is getting what you deserve. Like the Justice card comes to when it's like somebody's getting what they deserve. Being your authentic self, sorry, I need a drink, is really going to bring this thing into balance. This is about balance and equality, and this is exactly in any situation that you're going through, this is what you need to go in with, is that balance, this place of equality where anything is possible because you're on equal grounds. And I definitely feel that sense of this being an influence, being yourself, being open and vulnerable allows that other person to be the same, and that builds something, a really deep connection. And we're ending on a card that I had to pull, like it felt like I'm like, hang on, I need to pull one more card, was the Star card. I love the Star card when it comes through. You can have all that you dream and wish for. It is about having faith, being inspired. It is infinite energy, which means, you know, if you're after that long term, if you are after something that is loyal, true, then you can have that. This is reach for the star energy, make a wish and you can have it, you know, wish granted kind of energy. So I'm loving this. Miracles can happen. You have the star. That card had to come through, so it really did need to resonate with you. So thank you very much, Pisces. Thank you for being here. Please let me know if you liked this part 2. I really would love some feedback on whether or not this part 2 thing is a thing that you like or not. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you next month. Please like and subscribe so you can see me. Thank you.